Hey guys, um, I know it's been a really long time, probably 3 or 4 weeks now, and I'd like to apologize, but y'all know better. I got life I'm living and projects I'm doing. I have been working on this go-kart, but I didn't feel like it was enough progress to be. Ugh, I got gas all over me. Ugh. Enough progress to be noteworthy, so now we're at a point where I think it's noteworthy. Anywho, this was that red and silver go-kart. I've got throttle cable hooked up, working on a brake line. That's going to come out to go down and around, and it's going to come out right here. That's going to actuate both brake calipers at the same time. This was mounted here, but I wanted to make sure that I was clear of this, and well, I'm sure y'all can see this is just not gonna work because that's off a little bit. So I'm gonna end up cutting this here, moving this over till it lines up. But made some headway. We got some 25 to 1 oil mix going on in here, and I was having issues getting fuel through this fuel line here and couldn't figure out why, and then took that all apart, and turns out this line had the fuel filter on it, which is not how that carb is wired up. So anyway, pulled that out, flopped them around, put it back in. We are up and running, and so I'm gonna show you that right now. I just wanted to verify that this is gonna spin clockwise, because if this spins clockwise like that, it's going to pull and make this rotate forward. Anyway, obviously the chain's way too long and yada yada yada, but I just wanted to, we're quit talking. Here we go. We got stuff. Can't do it one-handed. Ah! Oops. Fall down, go boom. So I was trying to get these two together to shut it down, and that was just a handful. So the other problem I ran into, this does not have a seal here, and it takes gear oil. So I put gear oil in, and all of a sudden it's just dripping everywhere. And I'm like, what is going on? So took it apart, cleaned it, put a little thin coat of silicone there, put a thin coat under the washers or the bolts, drain and fill, and yeah, we're up and running. So, and as you can see, this spun the correct direction. So we're getting off close. This is one of the wheels I polished. Not too bad, as you can see. Took that down to 1500 or 2000 sandpaper. This side I didn't finish or polish yet, but it's going to go on the inside, and well, I didn't really see that I needed to polish it necessarily, since that's going to be the outside. But anyway, I'll get this back one done. I haven't touched that yet. This is just merely mocked up for it to be able to move and run. The disc brake goes back here. It's somewhere around here. One of these here Dumaflachis. That'll go back there. Then the caliper sits on it. Those are brand new calipers, brand new rear brake lines. And then, of course, they don't make that brake line anymore, so it's a custom job that I got to make up. Made up the mount for this fuel tank. We Put a different shock on here because the other one was all blown out. This one's actually adjustable and has some suspension. This may be a little stiff, but I guess we'll find out. This is not the right bolt. That's just holding the place till I get a new nylock nut for the other bolt because it didn't have one. So, but anyway, yeah, those are the colors. It's coming back together. Seats right there for it. It's got a little cover. We're right around the corner here. So anyway, there's the update on the go-kart. You've heard I think that's the third fire now that I've had on that. I wanted to check to make sure that this was spinning the right way. Otherwise, I'd have to take this, move that mount over, flip the engine around so it would drive on that tire, move the fuel tank over here. It's just going to be a big old mess. But this works. This thing, I swear, it popped off as soon as I opened the choke up. It's got a little priming bowl on it right there, and I primed it. Had the choke all the way closed. I was like, you know what? Still didn't want to pop off. Well, I also had these two closed together just to get it over. Anyway, yeah, popped right off like instant fire. So anywho, we'll talk with you guys later. It's yeah, it's all the update I got for you for right now. Honestly, I haven't worked on the Mustang just because it's been hot, really hot. My schedule's changed, and so I'm not staying up near as late as I used to, and not really getting a whole awful lot done anymore. My weekends I get some stuff done, but not a ton, so, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, we'll see you guys later.